evening, Husky fans, and welcome to the Point-Jefferson Gymnasium. Tonight, we have a DAC-12 conference matchup between the Point-Jefferson Huskies and the visiting Vermillion Tanagers. Huskies coming to the night, 23-9 on the season, coming off that huge win on Friday as they defeated the Madison Bulldogs in a very exciting 5-set thriller. Their opponent tonight, the Vermillion Tanagers. Tanagers enter the evening with a record of 7-19. Their last outing, they were defeated by the Dakota Valley Panthers on Friday. It's senior night here for the Point-Jefferson Huskies, so I'm going to turn it over to Jeff, and he's going to read us a little bit about our seniors.
So yeah, thanks, Kristen. Senior night tonight and parents' night for everyone. So we'll read through all the players from freshmen on through seniors, and then a little bit about the seniors playing in their final home regular season matchup tonight, and then also including some senior managers. So freshmen are Sailor Gomez, Rachel Merkley, Molly Holmes, Larissa Johnson, Lainey Trollmeter, Kate Hayes, Haley Schmitz, Haley Harkness, Gracie Marks, Cameron Norris, Alexis Wall, Kate Frank are the freshmen. Sophomores are Sarah Schmitz, Kylie Pierce, Paige Jacobs, Molly Geary, Chloe Niles, Kinley Hammett, and Lauren McDermott are the sophomores. Juniors, Ella Ketchelos, Courtney Brewer, Ashley Brewer, Bentley Cobom, Skylar Stein, Caitlin Van Rokel, Elise Fornia, Samantha Marks, Jillian Vandevet, and Reagan Gerard are the juniors. Seniors for our Huskies playing as stated in their final regular season match at home. Our first senior is Avery Norris. She is the daughter of Adrian and Melanie Norris. And it says she is always willing to do what needs to be done to help her team grow and succeed. Avery has played for our program for 6 years and played youth volleyball before that. Her favorite volleyball memories are the before game rituals. Our next senior is manager Terry Moreland. Terry is the daughter of Mike and Tara Moreland. Terry has also been a part of the program for 6 years as both a player and a manager. It says Terry, in a few words, Terry would be described as independent, capable, and confident, from filling water bottles to taking stats to helping organize the Volley Pals and making sure everyone knows their role. As she reflects on her time in the program and how she has grown, she says, "I have learned that the words of others don't need to affect who she has grown." She says, I've learned don't need to affect me. I get to say who I am, and I'm the one who has to believe it. Her life lesson for future Huskies is nothing is given to you. Terry in charge of, along with all the Huskies, the Volley Pals program, very well received in the elementary.
Very popular, yes.
As the volleyball players write letters throughout the week to the elementary kids, and then the elementary kids in return write letters back to the players. Certainly the girls in our classroom, my classroom, have really enjoyed it. So kudos to Coach getting that started, and the girls writing letters.
And thanks to Terry for kind of spearheading it. That's a lot of time and a lot of effort on her part when they've been here for Volley Pals night. She's in charge of corralling all the youngsters, so kudos to her for that.
Yeah, a lot of excitement. Our next senior is Ella Hayes. Ella is the daughter of Amy and Pat King and Joe and Shar Hayes. Ella has been in the EPJ program for the past 6 years and has been both a player and a manager. Ella is described as dependable. I know that when I give her a task, it will be done well and in a timely manner. She's a hard worker, never complains about any task she is given. Favorite volleyball memory is getting to be there to cheer on her friends and watch her sister play every one of her games. Next senior is Ainsley Getzinger. Ainsley is the daughter of Jennifer Stack and Jason Getzinger. Ainsley has also been part of the program for 4 years, both as a player and as a manager. She's brought a lot of spunk to the manager team this year. She's great at giving direction and has been willing to learn new things. Her favorite volleyball memories are the bus ride conversations. Next senior is Hannah Neerman. Hannah's the daughter of Josh and Heidi Neerman. Hannah's been in our program for the last 6 years, played both youth program before that. Hannah, described in one word, would be grit. Hannah is one tough cookie. When given the opportunity, she will look at a challenge head on and give it all she has got. Hannah's favorite volleyball memory was beating Canton to advance to the Sweet 16 last year. Grace Peed is the daughter of Dan and Michaela Peed. Grace has played in our program for the last 6 years, has also played in the Youth League. Favorite volleyball memory is winning the Northwestern tournament this year. She reflects on her time as an athlete the last 4 years, learned the importance of being the teammate someone needs. Next senior is Maddie Binger. Maddie is the daughter of Mark and Lynette Binger. Maddie has played in our program for last 6 years. What I admire most about Maddie is her desire to get better every day. She is determined and willing to take risks on the court. Her favorite volleyball memory was the JV tournament in Del Rapids last year. Our next senior is Natalie Heyerts. Natalie is the daughter of Trent and Tiffany Heyerts. Natalie has been in the program for 6 years as well. Natalie has her ability to remain calm and level-headed in stressful situations. Her favorite volleyball memories was beating number 1 seed during the state run last year. Says, I'm very proud. Coach goes on to say, I'm very proud of the skills and talents this class brings to our program. I'm most proud of the character that they bring. Girls, as we look ahead to the end of our season and eventually adulthood, my encouragement to you is to take it all one day at a time, one game at a time, and 1 point at a time. And we will pause for the playing of the national anthem by the Husky Pit Band under the direction of Preston Pullman. Nice job by the Husky Pit Band. We'll go our starters for Vermillion. As Kristen said, Vermillion comes in with a record of 7-19, 2-7 in the conference. Coach goes on to say that we took the 3-0 win over Parker last night for senior night. This is my first year taking on the program. First year head coach. I'm from South Sioux City, Nebraska. Played at Morningside University as their libero and graduated in 2002. I won't tell any Wesleyan alum.
Don't get mad, Kendall, if you're listening at home.
Yes. We do have a whole new coaching staff as well, and really excited about the athletes in this program. Serena Gamp was recognized for her 500th career dig a few games ago, and last night Brooklyn Voss was recognized for surpassing 750 career kills. They did not recognize her for this last year, so 500 last year. And the starting lineups are number 12, Annika Barrett, number 11, Serena Gap, 8, Brooke Jensen, 15, Bailey Baylor. Say that real quick.
Bailey Baylor, we got it.
Kristen Moser. Number 9, Brooklyn Voss. And number 1, Brooke Van Drogelen are the starters for the Tanagers. They are coached by first-year coach, as stated, Kayla Harris, yes. Kayla Harris. Claire Kurtz, Jenna Mix are the starters for the Tanagers. Starters for the Huskies are Neerman, Brewer, Schmitz, Peed, Kobam, and Heyerts are the starters for the Huskies. The Huskies are coached by Alicia Loyland, assisted by Tammy Gehring and Courtney Edelman. Huskies come in with a record of
23-9.
23-9. I got 22-9. Conference record of 4-5. Big win over the Bulldogs on Friday night. Kristen will give us some play-by-play. One more thing before we get going. I want to give a shout-out to Jesmarie Praster. I got home the other night, and I felt like I gave a little bit too much love to Jay-Z. So Jesmarie does a great job out there, probably picking up the mistakes from Jay-Z. No. All right, thank you to the line judges and officials. And now we're ready.
Yep, just getting some last minutes adjusting on the standard. Looked like the pad was not adjusted properly. Want to make sure we get that right to start the evening. Huskies, I believe, won the toss, so they will serve first. Lineups are checked, so Ashley Brewer comes out for Hannah Neerman. On the other side, the libero, Van Drongelen. She checks in. Schmitz will serve first, and away we go. That ball goes outside to Gap. Dig. Brewer outside to Peed. She tips. Baylor is there. Tip to Jensen. That goes off the hands of Courtney Brewer and lands on the side. Tanagers will win the first point. 2 substitutions on the Tanager side. Number 3, Georgia Johnson checks in, as well as number 6, Josie Askew, replacing Barnett and Baylor. Johnson will serve. Neerman passes that ball over the net. Jensen takes a swing, but out past the end line. As a hitter, you're really looking for those. A little bit of an overpass there by Neerman. Jensen took a swing, goes out.
Jesmarie on the call.
That's correct.
Perfect. It's always great when it works out just like you expect it.
Substitution on the Husky side. Van Rokel checks in for Peed. Van Rokel unable to make that dig. Now it is interesting. It's always interesting when you have parents' night, senior night. There's a bit of a longer gap in between the JV and varsity matches. I always feel like it's hard sometimes to get back in the swing of things. So hoping the Huskies don't have too slow of a start getting going here. Substitution on the Tanager side. Number 10, Peterson checks in. And while I'm saying that, Huskies go outside to Kolbaum. Kolbaum will get her first kill of the evening. Pirates will sit down. Neerman heads back to the service line.
You might notice the boys over there are dressed up. I had to figure out why. Casino night. That's what they told me. That's the theme.
Interesting.
Casino night.
If they're handing out $100 bills, I'll take some.
But they are, but Monopoly money, I don't want it.
That ain't going to make much difference. Van Drogelen. Hit over that time by Peterson. Goes off of the hands of Neerman and out of bounds. Tanagers even it up. Jensen will sit down. She's replaced in the front row by Voss.
Probably money they're learning in Haverling's finance class or something.
Brewer sets all the way outside to Brewer. That goes off of the hands of Askew. Back set to Kolbaum. She goes cross. Dug that time by the Tanagers. Peterson hits that ball off the net. I was going to say, I thought that was off the net, and then they hit it back over. That should be 4 hits.
Yeah, the Tanagers hit it 4 times. That's what I thought. I was wondering.
I know. Ashley Brewer, when she hit it the second time, was like, ugh.
Late call, but
she
the
can count
right
to 4.
one.
She had it right.
The right one.
Schmitz subs out for the Huskies, replaced by Grace Peed. Vendronglin there on the serve receive. Outside to Kolbaum. That goes off the net and over the head of Peterson and lands inbounds. Sorry, I do have a correction. Schmidt sits down. Madison Binger checks in the front row for her. Courtney Brewer serving once again. That ball goes deep and that ball goes out. Number 6, Josie Askew, will head back to serve. Sends that ball over to Van Rokel. Brewer back set to Kolbaum. She tips short. Diving save that time by the Tanagers. Vendronglin sends it over. Brewer. Oh, to Brewer. That ball's tight to the net. Binger's able to push that over. Set by Barnett to Voss. And out of bounds.
Voss on the kill attempt.
Yes.
750 career kills. What's going on? Madison, Nelson,
That's
and what?
1,200, yeah.
Holy
That tells
moly.
you that those
My wrist is hurting just thinking about it.
Those kids have been around for a long time and played in the program. And B, they've been pretty good. P now checks back.
It's time for them to graduate.
Yes. P checks back into the game for the Huskies. Voss sends that one over. P to Brewer. Tight to the net for Brewer. She swipes at it, gets it over to the Tanager side. Barnett sets up Voss, tips over to Kolbaum. Brewer right at the net, back set to Binger, off the hands of the block. Diving save by Vendongelin. Hit over by Peterson. Peed's going to send that one over.
Good kill attempt there by Peed.
Baylor over to Kolbaum. Brewer sets that one short, dug by Vendongelin. Barnett sets up Voss off the hands of Ashley Brewer that time. Brewer sets up Ashley Brewer to the side of Baylor that time.
Nice long volley back and forth to get it.
Good rally. Those are kind of the things you need after a night. You know, like I said, the last 2 nights we've been here have been a little out of sorts with fun activities and stuff going on. But just as you know as a coach, Jeff, sometimes when things are different, it makes it hard to get going. So sometimes those long rallies just kind of get everybody back, refocused.
Yeah, get the energy going, get the juice going.
Yeah, essentially turn it back into what's more of like a normal game. Substitution on the Tanager side. Mosier checks back in for Peterson.
Good job, Neerman.
Saved by Brewer.
Neerman and Brewer both, yes.
Yep. Barnett sets that one outside to Gap, blocked by the Huskies.
Hey, a play like that gets you going too. Somebody make a big play. That was a couple of them right there. Nice job by Hannah, both Brewers, to keep it going.
Huskies currently leading 8-5 on our Jensen Insurance scoreboard. Ashley Brewer serving again. That ball's hit over by Gap. Brewer sets up Kolbaum, from the 10-foot line. Good hard hit. Barnett sets to Voss, kept on the Tanager side by Heiser. Tight to the net for P. Dug by Kolbaum. Barnett sets up Voss. And not much the Huskies could do about that one. Heck of a play by Voss, but great set that time by Barnett. Go right back to, we talked about this in the Madison game too. Go right back to the kids who kind of get it done for you. Neerman to Heierts. Oh, that ball unable to get back over for the Huskies.
I think some of these teams are using the COVID year. 5th-year seniors, not college.
Well, some kids in college have been around longer than that.
Been around that's true.
Binger to Brewer. Outside to Peed. She hits that ball in the net. And the Tanagers even it up at 8.
Her DV was making a push for that, but when they only wanted it for DV, it fell through.
Yeah. Voss serves again. Tight to the net for Brewer. Goes into the net with her face that time.
Yeah, she tried to hide. She tried to back up.
She was doing a heck of a job keeping her arms and her body out of the net, but got her face in it that time.
Yeah, now Huskies want to get one here quick and get on a little roll.
Yep, got to stop the run here that the Tanagers are on.
Get some momentum going.
That'll stop the run for you. Nice kill by Heierts that time. She hit it right at Mosier, but that ball was screaming over the net. Nice way for
Angry.
Natalie to pick up her first kill of the night. Brewer will... Oh, no, Brewer was sitting down. Binger sits down. She's replaced by Schmitz. Mosier to Barnett. Sets outside to Jensen off the hands of the Heirts block. Schmitz outside to Pede. She tips deep. Mosier runs it down. Barnett tight to the net. Punched over by Jensen. Brewer all the way outside to Pede. Off the hands of Baylor and out of bounds.
I always wondered how... I mean, the kids do a good job of not just reaching up. Like a ball come flying at me, it'd be hard for me not to instinct this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's out, it's out. Yeah, but it's going to hit me.
You're a little target. It'll be.
That's true. And not very quick either.
That ball's pushed over short by Jensen. Diving save by Kohlbaum. Oh, buddy, Kohlbaum for knees there.
Knees.
Barnett sets up Jensen. Hard swing. Dug by Schmitz. Heiritz dug by Van Dongelen. Outside again to Gap. Pushed over by Schmitz. Baylor to Barnett. Back set that time to Jensen. That went through the block of Pede and Heiritz. Tanagers will win that point. And we are knotted up again at 10. Johnson and Askew check back into the game, replacing Barnett and Baylor. Johnson to serve. That ball goes into the net. Substitution on the Husky side. Caitlin Van Rokel checks in. Grace Pede checks out. Also on the Tanager side, Johnson checks out. She's replaced by Barnett. Van Rokel to serve. Good serve that time. Kept alive by Askew. Sent over by Barnett. Van Rokel to Brewer to Heiritz.
Good job.
Able to stay out of the net and her feet not go over that center line. She was close.
Yeah, very close. One thing you know, when the Huskies and Tanners get together, no matter what it's in, it's going to be closely contested.
Yeah, I think last year for volleyball, too, when we went there, it ended up being a five-set match.
Didn't they?
Nope. The Huskies were able to win that one, I thought.
We won it in 5?
I think so. I believe so.
And this is looking at like your matchup.
Potentially, as of right now, this would be the first-round playoff matchup next Tuesday, Halloween evening.
I like Halloween. Guys like me don't seem so scary on that night.
Oh, Lord.
It's a good one.
Van Rokel serving again. Van Dongelen to Barnett. She backsets this time to Gap. Off of the hands of the Husky block. Tell you what, the Husky blockers have gotten their hands on a lot of stuff tonight, but haven't really been able to keep it on the Tanager side very effectively so far. That's something that they got to clean up here as the match moves along. Gap to serve.
Good job to just get it
across. Oh, sends it over the net. Jensen is there. Barnett sets outside to Peterson. Schmitz to Brewer. Outside to Kohlbaum. Cross court, but out of bounds.
Again, going to be close. Get a quick stop here now.
Yep. Serving again. Good serve, Van Rokel. With the good serve receive, sent over by Kohlbaum. Barnett sets up Jensen, and that ball goes out of bounds. She's had a couple go out of bounds both directions so far this evening. She's trying to hit around that block of Heiritz that time. Even though Heiritz didn't get her hand on the ball, she definitely affected that ball.
Nice call by Praster.
Dug by Van Rokel. Brewer outside to Kohlbaum. Roll shot over. Nice dig by Van Dongelen. Dug again by the Huskies. Outside to Kohlbaum. Hard hit that time. Van Dongelen saves it. Hits the ceiling. Stays alive. And it's called out of bounds. Oh. Replay. Yes, I was going to say, if it hits the ceiling and stays on your side of the net, you do get another play on that ball. So
inadvertent whistle. Replay it. We
Yep.
saw it the other night at the football game.
We did.
Time runs by. No play.
Gap to Barnett. Back set to Jensen. There we go. There's a good block for Ashley Brewer.
That point to Huskies. We had the last point anyway, too. 16. Just put up 16.
Good serve by Neerman. Barnett. Outside to Peterson. There's Ashley
Block.
Brewer once again. Peterson.
Courtney's going to say she blocked it.
Absolutely. Kohlbaum with the big windup in the swing. Nice dig by Barnett. That ball hit the ceiling, and it made it difficult for the Tanagers to read where it's going. Ball hits the floor. Coach Kayla Harris is going to take a timeout, and we'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Insurance and beer. Just like we have for over 75 years, visit us at jensenagencyonline.com. Jensen Insurance, your local, independent auto owners insurance agency.
And we're back here on senior night for the Huskies. Something that was kind of cool, I thought. When the seniors came out, they gave them a gift of those like heads on a stick. You can see them waving around in the crowd. There's a baby picture and there's a senior picture. So that's kind of fun. You see the families waving those around over there. That's kind of a fun little memento.
Nice block by Brewer on her own.
And thank you to Ashley Brewer for making me look good. As I was just talking about, the blocking is something they needed to clean up as the match went on. So thank you, Ashley. Barnett sets outside to Peterson that time. Brewer with the big swing, and that's a kill.
Huskies getting in control here now, 18-12. Keep the momentum going.
Third kill of the night for Ashley Brewer. Peterson checks out. She's replaced by Sienna Mount. Van Dongelen to Barnett. Back set to Jensen. That goes off the hands of Ashley Brewer. Might have gone off the hands of Kohlbaum as well. Comes over to the Huskies side. There's a block that didn't go in favor of the Huskies that time. Jensen will come out. She's replaced in the front row by Voss. Van Dongelen to serve. Nice pass by Van Ronkel. Brewer to Brewer. Off the hands of Askew that time. Kohlbaum! No doubt about that one. I think she didn't care if there's a block there.
That was a big time one.
Was a big time wind-up.
That was perfect set for the violent spike, because she is a spiker.
And I like that you mentioned that, because sometimes we forget to mention when you see some of these impressive kills of all the work the setter does. It doesn't always get the...
Kind of like the perfect assist in hoops, huh?
Exactly. Voss with the big swing and out of bounds. Tanager's looking for a touch. There was none. 20-13 now in favor of the Huskies.
That's why it's a team sport, right? Need a
Yes.
good set for a good kill.
Yeah, and to
good
start
pass for a
before
good
that,
shot.
you need a good pass. Oh, Tanager's called for being out of rotation that time.
That's out of rotation. What does that mean? You got one spot she shouldn't be in?
You got 6 spots on the floor, and you have to stay, the person next to you have to stay on that side of the person until once the serve happens. You can go wherever you want. Now, back row, if you start in the back row, you can't.
Come to the front.
Well, you can, but you can't attack at the net.
Gotcha.
You can't attack and get your hands above the net. That's the only thing once the service starts. So Tanager's got a little too anxious.
Point.
Yeah, get a little too anxious, get out of rotation. Nice dig by Neerman. Courtney Brewer keeps it alive, punched over by the Huskies. Voss with the big swing. Another dig by Neerman. Olbinger was trying to get there. She thought about going through the managers there, sitting at the end of the bench. They got a little nervous, but couldn't quite get it there. That'll be a kill for Voss. Askew to serve for the Tanagers. Oh, off the top of the net. Ashley Brewer didn't see it.
In the last 3 games I've been at, I've seen enough of those go against the Huskies.
Which ones?
Off the net.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Wonder if she goes back to it now, trying it again.
I don't think so.
No.
More traditional.
Nearman to Brewer. To Brewer to tip.
Nice.
Askew unable to get there. Kind of a weird swipe by Brewer, but nonetheless, her 4th kill of the night. Van Rokel checks out. Pede checks in. Kohlbaum will head back to serve.
Huskies in the win zone.
What is the win zone? Within 3? Is that what we're going with?
I make it up every game, whichever.
Oh, okay.
Where I feel like
good dig by Nearman, kept alive
Huskies
by
will win it.
Kohlbaum.
Can she kick it? Can you kick it?
You can kick it, but she was trying to play it off the ground, so.
That's right, you can kick it. I remember in the Canton one, I was not happy about it.
That's true. You're not happy about a lot of things,
I'm
but.
not unhappy when the Huskies do it, though. I think it should be allowed.
Oh. Nice serve by Mosier that time.
Nice
Tip
job
giver by Courtney Brewer.
Nice job. The Madison one the other night, very highly contested. I didn't want to call it too early, the win zone. We got a little stretched out here. I feel like we're in it.
Yes.
Just got to find somebody to sponsor it. Then we've set a perfect spot.
You can work on that for next season. Pirates keeps that on the Tanager side.
Maybe I can sponsor with the Monopoly money at casino night.
Yeah, sponsored by the high school cheering section.
There you go.
Set point for the Huskies. Ashley Brewer serving, and that ball goes into the net.
One more here. You want to get this one. Don't give them any hope going into set 2.
Jensen back in the front row. Van Dongelen will take a break. Voss is now serving. Pass by Binger. Brewer tight to the net to Heiritz. Off the hands of the block of Jensen that time. Mosier outside the gap. Dug by Kohlbaum. Brewer all the way outside to Pede.
Tip. Nice.
Yes, off the hands of the block. That'll do it. Huskies win set number 1, 25-17. We'll take a few commercial breaks and be back on Fuller Digital Solutions.
All the best sports shows, all the best games on 101.5 FM and 1570 AM for your college sports, University of South Dakota. For NHL coverage, Minnesota Wild. For NBA coverage, Minnesota Timberwolves. For MLB coverage, Chicago Cubs. And the best games in both college and the pros with the ESPN Radio featured games. Never miss out on the action.
Quality care close to home. That's Horizon Healthcare in Elk Point. For immunizations and well child visits to family health, we're right here for all ages with convenient hours and timely appointments. Local care for you and your family makes life easier with less travel, greater personal attention, and overall wellness for life. That's Horizon Healthcare's Elk Point Community Health Center.
Elk Point native Dr. Devin Penfield and the team at The Dentist at Elk Point believe that your family deserves the highest level of dental care in a friendly and relaxing atmosphere. That's why they're happy to provide the community with a low-stress, comfortable dental home. Patients are loving and having the latest technology in a small-town setting. Dr. Penfield and her team enjoy serving such a wonderful community. Schedule your appointment today by calling 605-356-2271.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
We're back, getting ready here for set number 2. Huskies win the first set, 25-17. Little shout out to the C and JV teams who wrapped up their seasons today. The C team was able to get a 2-0 victory. The JV was also able to cap off their season with the win. They beat the Tanagers 25-16, 25-18. So congratulations to Coach Gehring and Coach Eidelman as they wrapped up the sub-varsity seasons. Because as we know, going into the postseason next week, it's just varsity. So those ladies able to go out on top. Wow, much like in set one, Tanagers win the first point of the set. Barnett will serve again. That ball goes short in the net.
That one looked a little off on her steps to start.
I think she was trying to mix up her spot a little bit that time.
Yeah.
She kind of smirked at her coach when she got the call, so sometimes you wonder. Not the most confident when that happens almost. So Grace Pete sits down. She's replaced by Van Rokel, who's now serving.
Good serve by Van Rogel.
Yep,
Nice
Gap tips over there. Schmitz with the diving attempt, unable to get there. Not Gap, I apologize there. To Josie Askew, who tipped over. Good vision there for the sophomore. Mount serving. Kolbaum!
Nice!
And what might be the weirdest kill I've seen in Bentley Kolbaum's career.
Planned, practice.
She tried to run that Vermillion play
executed.
where they come running from the sideline. We saw that last year, and we were confused where that girl kept coming from.
Kolbaum tried that kill attempt.
Right on top of the net.
Against Madison, too.
Yep.
Couldn't get it.
Oh, good effort there by Kolbaum, but sends it out of bounds.
I felt like the one at Madison was executed better than this one. Didn't get the point. This one gets the point.
Sometimes it's those oddballs that'll get you.
For making it executed better tonight, probably.
Voss now serving for the Tanagers. Jensen back in the front row as well. That ball sails long. Voss will sit down. She's replaced by Van Drongelen. Madison Binger checks into the game, replacing Sarah Schmitz. Got a bit of a wet spot on the Husky side. Neerman's taking a little time, getting that slippery spot wiped up over there. Courtney Brewer to serve. Barnett sets up gap.
Block.
Nice block for Ashley Brewer.
Second one like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think that might be your third or fourth block so far tonight. Solo block. They're going
that
with the
one was
solo
on her own, yeah.
Yeah, they're going with that solo block in the middle when they have Brewer up there by herself. She's wiping her finger though a bit, so hopefully that's nothing. Brewer sets outside to Kolbaum. Big swing off the hands of Askew and Jensen. They'll get the block for the Tanagers. Tied up again at 4 early on in set number 2. Askew serves for the Tanagers. Pass by Van Rokel. Brewer to Brewer. She pushes over. Van Dongelen's there. Barnett sets up gap off the hands of Binger that time. Barnett to gap again. Oh, kind of oddly off the shoulder there of Neerman, but kept alive. Barnett sets up Jensen, who swipes it over in between Brewer and Neerman. Brewer, I think, wants that one back. A little bit frustrated. I think she read it pretty well, just couldn't quite get there. But that'll be a kill for the junior Jensen. I believe the Augustana basketball recruit, Brooke Jensen.
Yeah. I think you might be onto something there. Dynamite drop in, Chris.
Thank you. Barnett pushes outside the gap. And that ball goes out of bounds. Neerman did a great job following that ball all the way to the sideline. Waiting to the last minute to make her decision and smartly letting it go out of bounds. Substitution on the Husky side. Grace Pede checks in. Caitlin Van Rokel checks out.
Kolbaum to serve.
Baylor to Barnett. Gap sends that one over and sends that one out. Almost identical to the last play. Neerman running over here to her right side.
I was just going to say, it looked like the exact same spot. Same result.
Huskies take the lead on the Jensen Insurance scoreboard, 6-5. Nice serve by Kolbaum. Good pass, though, by Baylor. Jensen dug by Brewer. Binger tips it over. Barnett tips over short. Dig by Van Rokel. Tipped over by Ashley Brewer. Dug by Van Drongelen. Tipped by Jensen. Kept on the side by Ashley Brewer. Hit over by Gap. Dug by Brewer. Neerman to Kolbaum, and nobody's getting to that one.
Good work all the way around there. Good finish by Kobam.
Yeah, even from the back row when she hits, sometimes the power she can get behind it is simply impressive. Nice way to get her 6th kill of the night. Kobam to serve again.
Same spot. They look like they're close.
Yep, right on the edge. Oh, Neerman can't quite get to that ball. That was hit over by Jensen. Jensen will pick up the kill. Mount checks in. Moser checks out. Gap will serve. And that ball goes long. Natalie Heiritz takes her place up by the net.
About this time in set number 1, Huskies started taking control.
Made a little
I would
ground.
support that again.
Barnett backset to Jensen. She pops it over. Banger to Brewer to Heiritz that time. Good dig by Gap. That ball's hit over by Mount. Oh, Ashley Brewer from the back row. Good try. She doesn't get a lot of those in the back row because she only serves. As soon as she's done serving, she comes out. So she doesn't get a lot of hits from the back row. So,
Did you say dug out by Gap? She's pretty good. 500 on her career.
yeah, does a good job back there. Kobam to Brewer. Outside to P. Cross court. Off of the hands of Gap that time and punched over into the Vermillion student section.
Great speed on the kill.
Yep, Tanager,
She
student
got
section.
9,000 kills in her career, unofficially.
Same, that many. Yeah,
It's unofficial.
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 Oh, Voss, that one goes off the net, dug by Schmitz. Brewer sends it outside to Kolbaum. She pushes over. Mount to Barnett, back to Mount, and that ball sails out. That ball goes into the EPJ student section. Schmitz will serve. Sends that ball short. Oh, on the overpass.
Darn. That one
Heiritz
was
to
too
Brewer.
much.
Back to Heiritz. Off the net, just to the side of Voss. I think had that not hit the net, Voss would have got her hands on it. I don't think Heiritz
That
would
was
have
too
gotten
much
that
of an
kill.
overpass even at the net there when you try to kill him quick.
Yep. Tanagers want a timeout. We'll take one too. Be back right after this on Fuller Digital Solutions.
If you're considering a new roof, you want to put your roof in the hands of Dave's Roofing. Dave's Roofing specializes in residential roofing and has over 10 years of experience. Dave's Roofing covers any job from a 60 to 80 mile radius of Sioux City and has a 10-man crew that completes most jobs in one day. Dave's Roofing will make sure the cleanup job is done right afterwards too. And the products installed are impact rated and eligible for homeowners insurance discounts. Look up Dave's Roofing on Facebook and check out the work that's been done and customer testimonials.
All right, we're back here in set number 2. Huskies currently leading 11-7. Tanagers just took their first time out of the night.
Of the set.
Sorry, yes, they did take a timeout in the first set. That's correct. Good work.
Correct? They
Yeah.
take the first one.
They
Okay.
did, yes, they did.
I never know. You never know.
Oh, Tanagers out of rotation once again.
Boy, that's.
Well,
I mean, it happens, but it can happen at any time. But you're playing in your final regular season game.
well, honestly, I think what's happening is that, so they're getting set, and I think they're maybe leaving early. You have to wait till that ball is in
Serve.
play. Yep,
Serve,
exactly.
right? That's what you
Nice set by Brewer. Good dig, though, by Gap. Barnett to Mount. She sends it deep, but Neerman gets it. Heiritz. Oh, nice block by Voss. Ball tight to the net. Oh, Voss is called for being over the net that time.
Coach here unhappy with the call, or
I think she
the
might be a little
play?
unhappy with her
with the
player.
play.
Yeah, because that ball was clearly on the Husky side, and Voss just reached over and got her fingertips on it. I mean, nothing against Courtney Brewer, but wisely didn't go up to challenge Voss at the net that time. I mean, and she really didn't have to. The ball was clearly on the Husky side, so we love you, Courtney, but Courtney Brewer versus Brooklyn Voss at the net. Sorry, Court, we love you, but
We'll take that challenge later on.
that's right. Save those up. Johnson to serve, and she
Good
get the.
job,
I was going to say,
Courtney.
just as I was going to say, she's getting the ace. There comes Courtney Brewer, keeping it alive. I see. I'll take Courtney
And it says,
there.
Don't talk about me anymore.
Maybe I should, because Courtney. Wow, that was a heck of a play.
That was a great play. What's the problem with the rotations is the Tanagers too quick. I had the same problem when I played. It's too quick.
Johnson. She checks back out. She's replaced on the Tanager side by Barnett. Van Rokel serves that ball out. Van Rokel replaced Pede there on that last rotation. Number 14, Sienna Mount, the freshman, will serve for the Tanagers. Schmitz to Brewer. Backs it to Heiritz. Tip over short. Nice tip by the senior. Natalie Heiritz playing in her last regular season volleyball match here in the Husky Gym. She will pick up her 4th kill of the evening. Oh, Tanager's a little late getting into serve rotation there, but able to play on. Dug by Kohlbaum. Brewer outside to Kohlbaum. She tips short. There it goes again.
Huskies taking control right now. That's good. Keep it up.
Yeah, the Tanagers are playing deep. They're anticipating, as we've seen a lot, that the Huskies are going to hit the ball hard.
Yeah.
So Huskies doing a good job making that adjustment and just tipping short. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep going there until they stop you. Oh, Brewer with the tip. But that goes deep corner. Mosier unable to get all the way over there. That'll be a kill for Ashley Brewer, her 5th of the night.
Long way to go here, but you also want to think next week they play him again. Don't want to really give them any hope.
Barnett back set to Voss. Brewer will set to Kohlbaum. I think that one went off of the net. Yep, I don't think that went off of the hands. I think that one went off of the net.
Kristen Diamondbacks lead the Phillies 1-0. Top of 2.
Buddy. Yeah, as long as you don't have to watch the Yankees in October, I'm happy.
Rangers taking care of business last night, if you're a Ranger fan.
Oh, nice play that time by Jensen. Gap. I'm not sure. I will say that was a block. Might have been off the net, but we'll give Brewer the block.
Ashley Brewer or Courtney Brewer?
Ashley Brewer. Schmitz checks out. Binger checks in. Courtney Brewer to serve. Van Dongelen to Barnett. Outside to Jensen. She tips short. Courtney's there. Hit over by Van Rokel. Van Dongelen with the overpass. Brewer to Brewer. Outside to Kohlbaum. That ball goes off the net. Dug by Gap. Barnett outside to Gap again.
Nice
off
block.
the hands of Brewer. Rolls on the net. Stays on the Tanager side. Gap punches that ball over. One arm dig by Neerman. Brewer to Brewer. That ball goes out. Van Dongelen made a play at it. She missed and then turned around right away and looked at Mr. Zeller, the line judge, who was right on top of that call. That ball was just wide.
If Van Rokel's across goes down for the point, is that a kill for Van Rokel?
Which one?
Earlier when she sent it across.
Yes.
Oh, I wish it would have been a good. You know, they don't always get that kind of a.
Kohlbaum with the big swing that time, and she'll get the kill. That one was a no-doubter. That was in.
Just mark it down, kill Van Rokel. I mean, on the field.
Substitution on both sides. Baylor checks in for Askew on the Tanager side. On the Husky side, Van Rokel will take a seat. She's replaced by the senior Grace Pede. Baylor to Barnett to Gap. Punches it over.
Tough receive right there. Good save.
Yeah, nice job by Barnett to run that down and just keep it in play. And Gap didn't quit on that ball. Kind of hit it awkwardly, a kind of a weird hit. That actually clipped the net and was able to land in front of Courtney Brewer that time. Mosier checks out, replaced by Mount. Binger tips over. Jensen pops it up. Outside to Mount, dug by Neerman. And that ball sails. Sorry, Husky fans, I missed a substitution on the Husky side. Courtney Brewer checked out. She is replaced by number
Paige
6,
Jacobs.
Paige Jacobs, the sophomore. She is in now setting for the Huskies. Tipped over by Barnett, dug by Binger. Jacobs outside to P. That ball goes off the net. Tanagers trying to keep hanging around here. Gap will serve. Into the net. Heirts comes back in for Neerman. Ashley Brewer back to serve. Gap to Barnett. Back set to Jensen. Good hard hit, but off the hands of the Husky block.
Yeah.
Jacobs sets up Heirts, tips, but Jensen is there. Barnett all the way out to Mount. She goes cross, dug by Kolbaum. Tight to the net, good long run for Pede, who tips it out of bounds. Jensen checks out. Voss checks in for the Tanagers.
Neerman and Brewer.
Brewer on the Huskies side, yep. Van Dongelen to serve, and that's an ace for the sophomore, Brooke Van Dongelen. Oh, Neerman, that ball is going to go over the antenna and out of bounds. Substitution on the Husky side. Courtney Brewer will check back into the game, replacing number 6, Paige Jacobs. Neerman to Brewer. Back row to Kolbaum. Nobody getting to that one on the Tanager side. 9th kill of the night for Bentley.
I don't know if anybody wants to.
That's also true. Binger comes out. Schmitz checks in on the Tanager side. Number 13, Emma Rettig checks in. She replaces Gap. Rettig to Barnett. Outside to Voss. Tries to go line, but sends that one wide. Coach Harris wants to talk it over with her team. They'll use their second timeout of the set. We'll be back right after this on Fuller Digital Solutions. Huskies come out of their timeout, getting ready to go here. Huskies currently lead in set number 2, 22-17. Huskies won the first set, 25-17.
Huskies in the win zone.
Yeah, I say, last time you called it at 22, you called it the win zone, so see what we can do here. Barnett outside to Voss, off the hands of Heirts that time. Brewer sets outside to Pede. She punches over, dug by Baylor. Barnett to Voss, punched up by Kolbaum. Schmitz out to Pede, sends it over to Baylor. Barnett backs it to Voss,
nice block
off the hands of Pede that time. Nice, she keeps it on the Tanager side. Nice play by the senior, Grace Pede. Schmitz will get another serve. Baylor to Barnett. Outside to Voss, who kind of had to stop and wait on that ball a little bit.
Nice
Popped up by Courtney Brewer. Kolbaum punches that one over. Mount is there, dug by Neerman. Outside to Pede, off the hands of the block, off the arms of Mount, and that ball bounces out of bounds. Set point here in set number 2. Goes the way of the Huskies so far, 24-17, looking to close it out here.
Finish it off, Sarah.
Baylor to Barnett, to Voss, dug by Kolbaum, and Courtney Brewer tries to take her opportunity to hit the ball over. Hits it into the stands. We talked about it. She doesn't get many opportunities. Tried to take that one. Got a little too much on that one.
last game against Madison, Ashley had a nice set. Courtney said, "Don't do my job." I feel like Ashley might say the same thing.
Johnson serving. Nearman to Brewer to Heiritz. Oh, off the hands. But Schmitz is there. Sent over by Heiritz. Set by Johnson that time. Nice dig by Schmitz. Pushed outside to Pede off the hands of Askew. Well, Pede tips, and that ball is just on the end line. Huskies will win set number 2, 25-18. We'll take a few commercial breaks and be back with you here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Every day, life throws its challenges our way. It might be sitting at a desk too long, or picking up the kids, or simply everyday wear and tear. Over time, these moments can misalign our bodies. The doctors at Heartland Chiropractic Associates understand this delicate balance. Their team of experienced chiropractors doesn't just address symptoms, but seeks and finds the root cause. Call and book an appointment today and discover why Heartland Chiropractic Associates has been voted 2 times the best chiropractic clinic in Siouxland. Insurance agency.
We're back here for set number 3. Got a little confusion in the gym right now. The after prom did a drawing. We're trying to figure out who the winner is at the moment. Hey, if nobody claims it, I'll take it. $100. I'll take it. I think the winner.
I think that's how it works.
Oh, shoot. The winner, I believe, was Ann Hammett, so congratulations to her. Thank you for everyone that supports the Elk Point after prom. If you need a raffle ticket, contact any junior student or parent. I'm sure they would be more than willing to sell you a ticket. I will say, the thing I like about this raffle is you have multiple opportunities to win. You buy one ticket, it goes in the pot. There's multiple drawings. Your ticket goes back in every single time. I have yet to win. I bought a ticket the last 4 years. Last couple years I've been buying 2. Still don't win. So, congratulations to the...
Because I've been drawing.
To the seniors and juniors for enjoying that extra money I've been giving you one of these days. It just means I have to keep buying them, right?
After prom. Always a fun time in the spring.
Absolutely.
We got to make it through a winter season first.
Seems like a long way off, but...
In winter season, I mean outside.
Yes.
Winter cold.
If you can survive. Snow on Saturday, possibly, Jeffrey.
Don't talk about it.
All right. As I said in set number 1 and set number 2, Tanagers win the first point.
Hell, I don't mind if they win the first one.
Yeah.
Follow the same script as the last 2. Seems to be working out for us.
Huskies need to rally. Johnson sub back into the game. She will serve.
Diamondbacks, Phillies tied 1-1.
Oh, boy. And Johnson sends that one in the net. We're now square again in set number 3. Johnson checks out. Barnett checks in. On the Husky side, Grace Pede will check out. Van Rokel will check in to head back to the service line. Barnett to Voss, tips it over, saved by Brewer. Pushed all the way outside, Kobam off of the net. Hey, Doesn't matter what it looks like, still counts as a kill. Kind of
I agree.
Shook her head after that one, kind of a little frustrated with herself, but we'll take it.
Canton and Lennox and tied 1-1.
Well, and that's one that is of interest to
Playoff implications.
yes, anyone in the Region 4A, because Canton is currently sitting as the number 1 seed, followed closely by Dakota Valley, followed closely by the Oak Point-Jefferson Huskies, followed closely by the Lennox Orioles. So
Followed closely by, no more close by.
no, the rest of them are actually down a little ways. So those 4 teams are all real close. So Canton Lennox, you know, the winner of that match will go a long way to determining the seeding. Like we mentioned before, in all likelihood, the Huskies will host next Tuesday on
Vermillion.
Halloween. So I will have to send my children out trick-or-treating, and I'll just steal their candy later. That's a kill for Serena Gap off the hands of Brewer, rolls down the net. And we are tied up at 3 once again. Jensen back in the front row. Voss now serving. Van Rokel to Brewer. She sets up Kohlbaum, and that ball goes in the net. They tried to run that little stack play where Brewer goes up like she's going to hit. Courtney sets it a little further off the net to Brewer coming right behind Ashley. Or sorry, Kohlbaum, who's coming right behind Ashley that time, but Kohlbaum hits that ball into the net. Miss hit by Schmitz. Neerman cannot get there. And the Tanagers are on a little bit of a run of their own here.
Enough's enough of that.
Yeah.
Of course, the first 2 were close, 8-7, 9-8. Then the Huskies took control, so follow
Nice
the same
serve by
script,
Voss.
see how
Good
it
save
plays
by
out.
Van Rokel. Pushed over by Brewer. Outside to Gap. She sends it over. Dug by Van Rokel. Back set by Brewer that time. Nice save by Barnett. Schmitz with the dig, but that ball goes over the center line and out of bounds. Tanagers take their biggest lead of the evening. 6-3, as you can see on our Jensen Insurance scoreboard. Voss to serve again. Schmitz to Brewer. Back to Brewer. Over to the Tanager side. Barnett sets up Jensen. Tips, but Ashley Brewer says enough is enough. We want the ball back. We'll take that ball back. She gets the block. Sarah Schmitz checks out. Replaced by Madison Binger.
Courtney Brewer on the serve. Good serve.
Barnett out to Jensen off the hands of Brewer that time. Brewer sets up Brewer, and that's going to be a kill for Ashley Brewer. Her 6th kill of the night.
I tried to get Caitlin Van Rokel a kill, but
Hey, we still got time.
couldn't do it.
Good serve once again. Reddick
Nice.
sends it over. Van Rokel
Overpass.
to Brewer. Backs it to Binger. That one went a little far outside the antenna. Number 11, Serena Gap, trying to get the block out there, actually runs into the net. So, nice kill there for Madison Binger. Reddick, Barnett had to kind of push Gap out of the way that time. Jensen hits that ball into the net. Huskies were down 6-3, now leading 7-6. My math tells me that's a 4-0 run.
Courtney might as well just serve the rest of the way.
Reddick off the hands of Kohlbaum.
Three in the net? What?
Nope, it's a 12. 1 and a 2. 12.
Oh, 1 and a,
Yep.
I didn't see the
She
1.
looked like, Barnett looked like she might have stubbed her toe there a little bit, kind of grabbing at that toe, but she appears to be okay. Courtney Brewer, that's an ace for her off the arms of Kristen Mosier.
Always good in volleyball. Now going back, Jay-Z's in call. The line is in volleyball.
That is correct.
Some sports the line is out.
Basketball, it's out. Barnett sets outside to Jensen. She can't quite get there.
Huskies going now.
Yeah, Huskies on a roll. Coach Harris wants a timeout to talk to her Tanagers. We'll take a break and be back after this on Full.
Forget the ramps and hassles when hauling. They are built to tilt. Tilt bed trailers made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing.
We're excited to now offer one of the best tilt bed trailers on the market, ranging from 22 to 28 feet in length. And like everything we manufacture, these trailers are built to work, last, and make your life easier. Haul with confidence when you hook up to a tilt bed trailer made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing. Visit us online today at holsteinmfg.com.
All right, we're back here in set number 3. Huskies currently on a 6-0 run and have taken, 7-0 run and have taken a 10-6 lead on our Jensen Insurance scoreboard. What do we got for score updates, Mr. Newhart?
Score updates. Well, let's see here. The teams with the most points are winning. No. Come on now. All right, Canton and Lennox are still 1-1. And the other game of interest for the Huskies, well, maybe. Del Rapids 2-0 over Beersford.
Okay. Yes, Beersford is also a team in Region 4A. So T. Yankton, they don't have a score yet.
Yeah.
So
they got nothing. Baltic also.
Yep.
Dubrook area.
But all
nothing.
these games are critical. I mean, any opponent you have now, you want them to win as many games as possible because that affects your seed points as well. Nice block that time by Ashley Brewer. Man, that's got to be what, her 7th, 8th block of the night? I need an official statistician. Brewer continues to serve. Barnett outside to gap. That ball goes in the net. 13-6.
Nah, Courtney's. She started this run here, didn't she? That's serving.
A 10-0 run now for the Huskies. They're feeling it. Off the arms of Van Drongelen and out of bounds. That'll be an ace for Courtney.
Huskies enjoying themselves on senior night. And you go, if you're playing this opponent next week, you don't want to give them any hope coming back.
Absolutely, because once you get to the postseason,
anything goes.
Anything goes. We've seen that several a time with these very Huskies and Tanagers. Was it 2 years ago? 2 years ago, the Huskies knocked off the Tanagers in basketball, I believe it was.
This is true at Vermillion.
That's correct.
And tough to turn around and play an opponent that quick, too.
Absolutely.
In this case, so you really want to get control.
Substitution on the Husky side, number 13, Avery Norris is checked into the game, replacing Binger. Nice to see Avery Norris back. She had a bit of a finger injury a couple of weeks ago. You can see our fingers on her left hand are still taped up, but nice she can come back and play on her senior night. Number 10, Tessa Peterson checks in for the Tanagers, replacing Gap. Courtney Brewer continues to serve.
Very well, too.
Mosier to Reddick to Jensen. That one goes off the net, popped up by Brewer.
There it is.
Cobom in the net.
Oh, Caitlin.
Oh, sorry, Caitlin.
I still would mark it down unofficially and then make it official.
Yeah, we'll get you one here. That stops a 13-0 run by the Huskies, though. Putting themselves in great position here in set number 3. Reddick serving for the Tanagers. Norris, that ball goes into the net. Like I just mentioned, Norris has been out quite some time with that finger injury. We got to knock the rust off just a little bit, get back in the swing of things here. Reddick with another serve. Nice pass by Van Rokel. Yeah. Brewer to Brewer off the hands of Jensen. Jensen pops it up towards the sky. Barnett to Peterson, dug by Van Rokel. Brewer pushes outside to Cobom. Big swing off the hands of Jensen. Oh, tight to the net.
Nice job by
Norris gets her hands on it. Tapped over, but Neerman is there. Brewer pops it up to Norris. She'll get a swing. That was off the hands of the Tanager block. Reddick will send it over to the Huskies side. Dig by Van Rokel. Pushed outside to Cobom. Big swing. That's another no-doubter for Bentley Cobom. She now has 11 kills on the night. Substitution on both sides. Number 15, Baylor, replaces number 13, Rettig. On the Husky side, number 8, Peed, checks in, replacing number 10, Van Rokel. Baylor to Van Drongelen. Jensen hits that over, set up by Brewer.
That's the old come right off the bench play.
Absolutely, go right after the person that just checks in. Peterson, dug by Kohlbaum. Set to Norris, big
Nice.
swing!
Good job,
Norris
Avery
will get
Norris.
herself a kill on her senior night. Welcome back, Avery Norris. Crowd like that one.
Pretty good drum major.
Yes, very, very talented musician as well. Listened to her sing at the choir concert last night, too.
Yeah, how was the choir concert? I heard it's very successful.
Good. 60s music, so very,
I
very
like it.
fun time had by all.
Very good.
Nice evening of Husky music.
Good.
Also got to listen to Mr. Pullman play the saxophone as a special guest, so good job to him and all the Husky choir students. I always enjoy your concerts.
A lot of talent there, too.
Dug by Baylor. Barnett to Jensen. Tap short to Peed. Back set to Norris again. She'll tip short. Jensen with the dig. Barnett outside to Peterson. Tip short. Peterson was in the net. Yeah, it was close. At first I thought Norris too, but Peterson, when she was coming over, hit it with her hand. So Kohlbaum will serve again.
Because you don't actually have to make contact with any ball, just the net.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. Popped up by Baylor. Van Drongelen to the outside, off the hands of Brewer, dug by Neerman. Outside to Peed. And Peed will pick up a kill.
Pete also with some no-doubters. The Husky, attackers. I don't want to say killers. Doesn't sound good. Attackers are really bringing the hammer the last couple weeks. Maybe they're bringing it all year. I've been spotty on my attendance. I apologize.
Natalie Heiritz checks out of the game. She's replaced by number 12, Molly Geary, who gets right into the action with the dig there. Set outside to Peed. Nice dig by Van Drongelen. Peterson to Gary once again. There's another one going right after somebody who just came in the bench. Peed sends that one out past the end line. Good job by Molly Gary. Get right in there. Another substitution on the Husky side. Number 2, Skylar Stein will check in, replacing Kohlbaum. On the Tanager side, number 14, Mount checks in, replacing Mosier.
Molly Geary in. Get that one?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I said her name a couple of times. She had some digs in the last point.
I
Come
wasn't
on.
paying attention to you. I'm watching the game.
Yes, Molly, I apologize. Mr. Newhart up here.
I'm watching the
He would've
game,
missed ya.
Molly. I'm watching the game. Not listening to what's going on.
More substitutions. Molly Gary will check back out of the game now, replaced by Natalie Heiritz.
Sorry, Molly.
Ashley Brewer to serve. Nice serve that time. Popped up by Gap. Barnett outside to Mount. Oh, Ashley Brewer jumped. She was going to get there. Decided to let it go wisely. I'll be honest, if you're in the back row and you got your arms up and you're jumping, that ball's probably going out of bounds. So good decision by Ashley Brewer that time. Baylor to Barnett. Back set to Jensen. That ball goes out of bounds. We're at 23 now, Jeff.
In the win zone.
I say you missed it the
No.
last point.
No. Anytime you're in 22, that's a win zone that counts.
Okay.
Just a matter of when I call it.
Substitution on the Husky side. Number 17, Elise Fournier checks in, replaces the senior Grace Peed.
Don't want to call it too early. Get the jinx on.
It's true.
I feel like you're going to get the win.
Fournier will push that ball over. Baylor to Barnett. Back set to Jensen. Oh, off the arms of Ashley Brewer and out of bounds. Brewer will check out. Neerman checks back in. On the Tanager side, Jensen will take a seat. She's replaced by Voss. Van Drongelen now serving. Neerman to Brewer. Back set to Norris. She tips short. Voss is there. Barnett right back to
Nice
Voss.
block.
Natalie Heiritz on senior night. Nice block there for the senior. And she'll check out, I'm assuming, for the last time. in the regular season.
There you go.
She's replaced by number 18, Jillian Vandevet. Avery Norris also checks out. Good job by her this evening. She's replaced in the back row by Sarah Schmitz, who will come in to serve for match point.
That'll do it, ace.
That'll do it. Huskies win set number 3, 25-10. We'll take some commercial breaks and be back to wrap things up here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
All the best sports shows, all the best games on 101.5 FM and 1570 AM for your college sports, University of South Dakota. For NHL coverage, Minnesota Wild. For NBA coverage, Minnesota Timberwolves. For MLB coverage, Chicago Cubs. And the best games in both college and the pros with the ESPN Radio featured games. Never miss out on the action.
Quality care close to home. That's Horizon Healthcare in Elk Point. For immunizations and well-child visits to family health, we're right here for all ages with convenient hours and timely appointments. Local care for you and your family makes life easier with less travel, greater personal attention, and overall wellness for life. That's Horizon Healthcare's Elk Point Community Health Center.
It won't.
Elk Point native Dr. Devin Penfield and the team at the dentist at Elk Point believe that your family deserves the highest level of dental care in a friendly and relaxing atmosphere. That's why they're happy to provide the community with a low-stress, comfortable dental home. Patients are loving and having the latest technology in a small-town setting. Dr. Penfield and her team enjoy serving such a wonderful community. Schedule your appointment today by calling 605-356-2271.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Insurance. Insurance Agency.
All right, we are back here to wrap things up in Elk Point as the Huskies conclude their regular season with the DAC-12 conference win over the Vermillion Tanagers. Set scores 25-17, 25-18, and 25-10. Huskies will wrap up the regular season with a record of 24-9. Tanagers fall to 7-20. As we previously mentioned, this is the last regular season game for the Huskies. Postseason starts next Tuesday evening. As it sat this morning, the Huskies would take on the Tanagers, but there still is some shifting that can happen as the regular season concludes, as there is some wins and losses and final regular season records that play into seed points and things like that. But we will know later this week. I'm sure, I want to say we would know by Thursday. I can't remember when the postseason actually concludes for volleyball. Being waved at down there, Jeffrey. Husky football team will be back in action on Thursday in the 11B quarterfinals as they will take on the Tri-Valley Mustangs in a regular season rematch. As you remember, Jeff, that night
cold, wet.
It was.
Seems like a repeat of what could happen Thursday night.
Absolutely. It's going to get cold and going to get some more moisture. So be interesting to see when those two teams meet up again. Looking forward to an exciting football game. Jeff and Kendall will be back with you on Thursday, as well as Caroline as the production manager. So be sure to tune in. That game will be at 7 p.m. Just a reminder for those of you that are coming out to the game, because it is a state playoff game, no activity passes, no conference passes. You do have to pay admission to come. So
the back gate will be. I mean, no. I can't confirm that. No.
So if you can't make it out, be sure to tune in to Fuller Digital Solutions on Thursday and watch that game. I will be back with you on Tuesday as the Huskies start their postseason play for volleyball. Like you said, time, we're assuming the location will be here, but opponent will be finalized later this week. But I will be back with you, and Caroline will be back with you as well next Tuesday. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to a very fun postseason run once again as we start wrapping up our fall activities. Final thoughts on the evening.
Congrats tonight to the Huskies closing a very successful regular season. Always nice to get a win on senior night. So a very nice evening. The last two games here, matches here at home, have been some special events. Always good to come away with wins on those nights as well. But congratulations to all the Huskies, especially the seniors tonight on a very special night. Well deserved, and best of luck in 1 week from today. So congrats to the Huskies on a fantastic regular season.
Yep, and if you are the Husky coaching staff and Coach Loyland, you're kind of excited how your team wrapped up the regular season. They had 3 conference wins last week, get another conference win here tonight, and you want to go in the postseason having a little success, having a little momentum, so hopefully that carries on. But on behalf of myself, Kristen Hansen, Jeff Newharth, producer Caroline Raymond, thanks for watching, everybody. We hope to see you Thursday. Good night.